It is the breaking news that has confused the entire nation and reignited the hope and the fear of millions in the southeast just days after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was sentenced to life imprisonment and whisked away to Sokoto Prison. A fresh order has landed it from Abuja that is screaming, Appeal Court summons Nnamdi Kanu to Abuja immediately. But if you look closer at the documents flying around the internet today, Thursday, November 27th, 2025, you will realize that this is not just a simple court invitation, but the beginning of a new high-stakes legal drama that involves a summons on one hand and a dangerous refusal on the other that could change everything we thought we knew about the next phase of this struggle. We are breaking down the confusion, the legal trap, and the frantic alarm raised by Kanu's lawyer, Barrister Aloy Ejimakor, who is shouting to the world that the system is trying to play a fast one on them in what looks like a calculated game of judicial hide and seek. Here is what we know for a fact based on the documents cited today. A hearing notice and a summons have been officially issued by the Registry of the Federal High Court in Abuja, summoning Nnamdi Kanu to appear physically in court tomorrow, Friday, November 28th, 2025 at 11 a.m. This appearance is not just for show. It is a critical procedural step meant to settle the records for the appeal he filed before the life sentence was passed. This signals that the appeal process is moving faster than anyone expected, that the judicial system is not done with him yet. And for his supporters, this comes as a breath of fresh air because it means he is not just going to be left to rot in Sokoto without a fight, and that the legal battle to overturn that life sentence has officially begun in earnest. However, there is a massive and dangerous catch that turns this good news into a potential trap, a detail so specific and frustrating that it has enraged his legal team. While the court registry issued the summons for him to appear, the court reportedly declined to issue the production warrant. To put this in plain English for everyone to understand, a summons is just an invitation that tells you to come. But a production warrant is the command, the mandatory order that compels the prison controller to actually unlock the cell and bring you to the court. Without that warrant, the controller of Sokoto Prison cannot legally release Kanu to the DSS or the police to transport him to Abuja. His hands are tied by bureaucracy. He is effectively stuck in that cell despite the court asking for him. Barrister Aloy Ejimakor raised the alarm just hours ago, asking the fundamental question, how can the court summon a man to Abuja but refuse to give the order to bring him? This leads to valid fears that this is a calculated move to frustrate the appeal or set up a scenario where the court can say he failed to appear and potentially throw out his case or adjourn it indefinitely. This is the technical knockout that the legal team is terrified of, as it looks like they are setting a table for a meeting but locking the door against a guest of honor, leaving everyone wondering if this is incompetence or a deliberate strategy to stall justice. This situation forces us to look at the terrifying logistics involved, because moving a high-profile prisoner like Nnamdi Kanu from Sokoto to Abuja is not a small operation. It requires a plane, armored convoys, and massive security clearance that cannot happen overnight without a warrant. We have to consider the geography. Sokoto is in the northwest, a region currently under siege by the Lakurawa terror group, making any road travel a potential suicide mission. If the court refuses to sign the warrant, we have to ask ourselves, is it because they don't want to risk moving him through the danger zone where bandits are operating with impunity? Or is it because they want to keep him isolated in the northwest, far away from his lawyers, far away from the media in Abuja, and far away from the eyes of the international community? Tomorrow, November 28th, is shaping up to be a massive showdown where the lawyers will be in court, the judge will be seated, and the cameras will be ready. But the prisoner's dock might be empty, creating a powerful image of a man silenced by the system. If you're finding this breakdown of the legal chess game insightful, and you want to be the first to know if Kanu actually appears in court tomorrow, or if the Sokoto wall holds him back, please take a second right now to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel, because we track every move in this saga. We are seeing a pattern here that we really need to discuss as a family, a disturbing rhythm where first they rush the judgment, then they rush him to Sokoto in the dead of night, and now they rush a summons but withhold the transport order. It begs the question, does this look like justice to you, or does it look like a game of cat and mouse designed to break his spirit? If Nnamdi Kanu is not produced in court tomorrow, it proves that the Sokoto transfer was designed to cripple his legal defense by making him inaccessible. But if he is produced against all odds, it could be the start of the political solution we have been hearing about, suggesting that maybe bringing him back to Abuja is the first step to a deal that Governor Oti hinted at. So all eyes are on Abuja tomorrow to see if the DSS will produce him despite the missing warrant, or if the judge will adjourn because he is absent, leaving the nation in suspense for another week. This summons proves one thing: the story is far from over, and the life sentence was not the end. It was just halftime in a match that is going into extra time. What do you think is really happening behind the scenes? Is the refusal to issue a warrant a simple administrative mistake, or is it a deliberate high-level plan to frustrate his appeal and keep him locked away forever? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.